All right, Ken, here we are, third episode. What we're really talking about is what to look out when you get started, when you actually first start looking into how to make money online. But let me rephrase that into a question for you. Are there any legit, easy ways to make money online?
Do you want the do you want the truth or do you want the lie?
This is the affiliate
This
files.
is
We are cracking open the files
okay.
to release the truth. So feel comfortable, or I would say, let out how much truth you're comfortable with releasing today in today's episode.
I'm going to answer that question, be frank, and I'm going to say no. There is no legit easy way to make money online. And we have this discussion all the time. There are very simple ways to make money online, but simple doesn't equal easy. And I think people get simple and easy mixed up all the time because easy means you don't do anything. Easy means that you just push a button and cash starts coming out of your computer. Simple means you have a simple formula, a simple strategy that you're going to implement, but you still have to implement, and that's the key. I think that's the part that a lot of people don't want to do. Would you agree with that?
I would say I agree, and the devil's in the details, especially when you're talking about marketing, and that's what we're talking about here, right? Are there any legit easy ways to make money online? And you nailed it with the fact, and like you said, we talk about it all the time: simple versus easy.
Yeah.
Now, can something simple that you learn, as you said, once you lay the foundation and you understand the process and you have a strategy, can that become easy? Again, you get into that word. What does it mean? Once you learn it, a simple strategy, it can become easy, or it'll feel easy because you've learned it and you get into the repetition or the simple fact or art of rinsing and repeating, just like you do at any job that you start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you first show up, for example, the very first job I ever had, I was a busboy at a fish house. That job was hard, but it was simple, but it got easy after a while, but it was still hard work, you
Mm-hmm.
know? At the end of the day, cleaning the fish fryers and the oil and all those things,
The
like
grease trap.
it never got easy. It got easier
Mm-hmm.
because you learned simple ways, inside of that process of how to do it. You know what I mean? So you could empty the fish fryer of oil while it was still hot and not burn yourself because you learned, how to do that, the workarounds.
Yeah.
So it's no different when you talk about legit easy ways to make money online, but you have to start with simple strategies, and that's why we talk about, our community taking action online, and then the 12-step action plan, which is broken down into simple steps, but you have to go through those steps.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's by taking action. I think we can go into the whole psychology of this because it is psychology. It's a mental block that a lot of people face when they first start off because you get sucked into this world by how easy it is. And we can get this is going to be a topic for another episode, right? It's marketing or manipulation, right?
Right.
But really it is a simple process, and the more you do it, the better habits you form, and you start focusing on one thing that you're going to do each and every day. That's when you start to like you said, you start understanding how the work should be done. You start discovering little things that make it faster, make it easier, but it only comes through experience and through time. And I think right now people are so impatient. And I'm going to give an example. Someone had emailed me the other day about wanting to make money literally over the weekend because she had to pay her bills the following week.
Yeah.
And I get emails, and I'm sure you get emails like that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, and it breaks my heart because people truly believe that there is that one way that they can do it. There are many ways to make money online. They're simple. However, you got to put the effort in put the work in each and every day, and I'm not talking about putting a full 8 hours work every day, because a lot of us have jobs. However, by taking that step and building and compounding each and every day, that's how you start building that momentum. That's when things get a little easier, because you understand what you need to do. And I think that's the key to understand, the key for people to understand.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, building momentum, but basing that momentum on the fact that you have the discipline to wake up every day and put in the work and go through the training, start at the beginning, because you build a business and you think about building a business and you want to build it from the back to the front around sort of what it is you have for sale. You know what I mean? But the only way to learn how to do that is from the front to the back. And that's really going through the steps and being disciplined to do each one of them. Because that question, is there a legit easy way to make money online, typically morphs into, and as you said, talking about marketing versus manipulation, that morphs into not just legit easy ways to make money online, but quick, fast ways to make money online, which takes me into the idea or the concept of the things that we do on our YouTube channels, our individual YouTube channels. We review certain types of products that use these types of phrases, and sort of an inside joke or an inside way that we identify these is we call them shiny objects, right? Shiny object syndrome, meaning that you keep looking for this shiny object because it just attracts you by these types of phrases. Legit, easy way. Well, it's legit, meaning that, I'm not going to get in trouble. And it's easy, meaning I'm not going to do any work and I'm going to make money. Add those two things together and I'm in, right?
Mm-hmm. That's basically the equation or recipe for disaster that I know you and I have followed for years before we finally woke up. And that's another reason why the affiliate files exist, is because we want to wake you guys up too. We want you we want to stop you from going down that rabbit hole, because it is a very, very deep rabbit hole. And we want to stop you from going down that rabbit hole and point you in the right direction and give you that path forward to put some sense into this whole make money online world. Because when you enter into this world, it is a very different world than what it's like out in the real world. And
Yeah.
so for us, that's kind of like the mission here, to get people to understand that.
For sure. I mean, take that back, that legit easy way to make money online, and then focusing in on how simple it is.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest way to get into marketing, in my opinion, is to start with affiliate marketing, simply because, like I said, building a real business, which, that's what our goal is to get everyone to understand that affiliate marketing is a real business that you can build. And of course, here on the channel and the podcast, we talked about affiliate marketing being a side hustle, meaning it never has to become a business, but it can become a very easy business to run, because the simple fact in affiliate marketing is you don't create any products. You don't do support for those products. You don't even really market the products except for the content that you create that let people know about the product, and the fact that you believe in the product, you trust the product, and you know that it will help your audience that you've identified if they purchase the product. But really, all the back end stuff is all done by the vendor, the creator of the product. So your job at that point as an affiliate marketer is really simple. It's just to purchase the product, use the product, evaluate the product, report those findings. And, part of reporting those findings is reporting the good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and that's why I want to talk about that shiny object thing and sort of focus in on what we do on our individual channels as far as, this legit easy way to make money online. We're sort of in this small dark corner, I'll just call it, of the make money online space for specific marketplaces that have really, really just targeted their avatar or their audience. And they know exactly the triggers and the pain points, legit easy ways to make money online being one of them. And they highlight those on their sales pages and they really go after them. And I don't really have a problem with that inside of marketing, to make it sound easy if you deliver on the promise inside of your training. But as we know, that doesn't happen a lot of the times.
Yeah, in fact, when we evaluate these products, the last product I evaluated, the the main goal of the review was to answer the question that was on the sales page. Does the product deliver on what they're saying? That the headline to me is usually the goal. What they're trying to get you to buy is this X. And when I went in and evaluated the product, it fell way short. It didn't even meet any of the requirements. Some of the features didn't work. The training wasn't there. The training was very sparse. And this is very, very typical of the kinds of products that we review. The training is just not even enough for a beginner to even, I guess, understand the concept of how to do some of these things. And you and I have been doing this stuff for a while now, so we understand how to do them. However, someone just going in there new, this leads to that frustration and that confusion that people face when they purchase these types of products.
Yeah, I think, if you look back at the history of it, and of course the history of making money online, and you can go back to before even making money online, people wanted to make money and join networks and sell products, and it was positioned as being easy. But again, as long as it delivers, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But specifically in the market we're in, where they target that specific audience, which is typically a newbie audience that's struggling, and their biggest struggle is they just want to understand how to set something up so people will buy the thing and they'll make the money. And like you said earlier, people are emailing you and they're asking you, how can I do this quick? Because I need the money. And then you go to that sales page and they read that title, and it says right on the title, right in the headline, the thing that grabs them is, you're going to be able to do this with no experience. It's super simple. It's been tested. People are making money with it, and they usually put a figure, tied to that number, and then an amount of time it's going to take you. And really all that does is it just feeds into this thing, this issue of the fact that newbies don't know any better, and they get sort of, manipulated into buying the product, because that's the thing that they want. But then there's also this secondary sort of target in that audience, are the people that have bought before and probably know better, but they just feel good. They get a hit, like a hit of dopamine. It's a rush, like being on a drug, right? When they purchase this product, because they just feel like that the purchase is getting them to where they want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a subset of that audience, and that's why I said at the beginning, a dark corner of sort of, a dark thing that people are doing when they sell these products.
Yeah, and some people are okay with that. That's what they like to do. And it goes back to that example, I think we talked about this before, about people who buy books. People who buy books, it's the latest, greatest book they see out there. They buy it, comes in the mail, they open it up, they look at it, they show some pictures to their friends that, hey, I bought this latest book, and then it goes back on the shelf, and they never even read a single page of the book.
For the audience on the podcast, I was just pointing at my bookshelf behind me. You can come into the YouTube channel and check it out. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ken, but I've actually read all those books.
I know you have. That's why I call you the professor. I on the other hand, and we had this discussion before we started the podcast, I exercise in the morning, so I like to listen to audiobooks. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks while I'm on the treadmill.
And podcasts.
Yes, and a podcast. And I'm the type of person, if I read just 2 pages, I am going to nod off. So I'm really fun. If you want to invite me to a book club, I don't think I'll be able to catch it. But yeah, it's some people do just like to buy the products. They feel good about it. They feel that by buying it, somehow they've absorbed that information, and they're getting that one step closer. And on the other side, like you had said, there are newbies out there who innocently, like we have, gone into this thinking that, yeah, we know this. Like, I was in marketing, you're in IT. We're talking fields where, this is somewhat related here, especially for me. And to be able to go in there with being trusting, which most people are, we kind of trust what we read and what we see. That part is the manipulation part that I really don't care much for. But then there's always that flip side, right, of the honesty and integrity of launching products. And maybe we can talk about that a little bit later on too.
Yeah. Because I mean, even in that aspect, like you said, when I brought up the fact that there's a small portion of the audience that's just addicted to
Hmm.
purchasing.
Hmm.
Well, some people, and even in our community, Taking Action Online community, there's people that are just there just to be members of the club.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either.
Yeah.
As long as their eyes are wide open in the fact of what they're doing, and they're paying a monthly fee to be a member of the club,
Yep.
and they're like, it's a hobby for them, and
Yeah.
it'll never be anything other than a hobby.
Yeah.
And they're happy to spend that money and then learn ways, real legit ways, simple ways that can become easy, but then they may only learn one way, and they may, not even be interested in all the ways. So they may just start a YouTube channel, or they may just use their Facebook profile and make a little bit of money,
Yeah.
like we talked about in an earlier episode, as
Yeah.
a side hustle, and they're okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And I wanted to take it back to, we had talked about affiliate marketing being the easiest way, or not the easiest. I want to say the easiest. I was gonna say the
See,
easiest.
it's easy to get confused.
It's easy. It is the simplest way. It is the simplest way. I remember when I first started and I had left the corporate world, and I've done all kinds of things, folks. I was an SEO consultant. Then I went into Amazon. Then I went into reputation marketing. I went into local consulting. I did all sorts of side hustles or tried to start up these businesses. And all throughout that time, people would tell me about affiliate marketing. And I guess because I never really understood what it was and never bothered to sit down and actually learn what it was, I never gave it a second thought. And looking back, I think to myself, gosh, I wish I had given it a little bit more time, because then I would have understood what it really was. And how you had said, you're not carrying any inventory. As an Amazon seller, I carried inventory. I had inventory all over the place. I had to work with vendors or factories, all over the world to get my product out there. I had to learn everything from shipping and taxes and everything, all those kinds of things. And I don't have to do that with affiliate marketing. And the Taking Action Online 12-step action plan, which we've talked about, is really a simple way to do that. It's just unbelievable.
It is amazing how simple it is.
Unbelievable.
It is amazing how simple it is when it's broken down and you give it the time. But
Yes.
it goes back to, like I said, when you first get started, you believe those headlines, and even not even the sales pages that I'm talking about, the product review.
Yeah.
I think we hit on this in one of the earlier episodes, and we will more. But popular people, real influencers, people that write books like the 4-Hour Work Week, there's nothing wrong with that book.
Mhm.
But people, like you said, they buy the book, they take a picture, they read the title, they read the first page, and that's as far as they ever get.
Yeah.
So that's what's stuck in their mind. Their mind is, this guy's doing this, and he's only doing it 4 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
But if you read the book, you'll understand that that's not what Tim Ferriss did. He built a business.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, eventually that one business that he had, he could do it in 4 hours a week if he chose to. But people that choose to build a business like that are never going to only work 4 hours a week.
Yeah.
I mean, they may only work 4 hours a week on individual things. So as an affiliate marketer, promoting a certain thing, they may only work a few hours a week on that part of the business after they've established a foundation, after they built it out and learned how to get the traffic and established that like, know, and trust, and this concept of 1,000 true fans, even, that we can address later on in another episode, of building a real audience, a following, to the degree of, in that small little circle, that small niche that you carve out for yourself, you are one of the top influencers,
Yeah. And I agree with you on the 4-hour work week analogy there, because it does, it's clickbaity, even though it's a book. It has that clickbaity title. That's the kind of title that we see on these sales pages that we evaluate too. And I've read the book. That one I read. I read that book. I even bought the audiobook. And he does go and give examples of people who have accomplished not necessarily a 4-hour work week, but really tailoring their lifestyle, finding a business, finding that one thing that will allow them to achieve the kind of lifestyle that they're trying to build. So it's like your lifestyle by design. And I think that was pretty much one of the premises of that book.
And I think that's the key to this entire discussion, and just sort of wrap it up of what we talked about. When you first starting out and you're looking for how to make money online, and you come across this phrase, or you think, I need something legit, I need something that's easy, and I want to be able to do it all online. If you find something that is simple and it allows you to build a foundation, for example, the 12-step action plan and taking action online, you just have to give it enough time.
Yeah.
And time really is the key. It's the key in everything you do in life. Now, it's also the thing that you're working to get back.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you're setting up your lifestyle, you're creating a lifestyle to give you back your time, because time is the one thing you can't get back.
Yeah.
As hard as it is for some people to accept, you can always make more money.
Yeah.
But you can never get back your time.
Yeah.
So be aware of that when you hear phrases like this. And if you are just starting out and you want to learn how to make money online, and you're looking for that legit easy way to make money online, understand it may not be easy. It may not be easy at first, but it will be simple if you just find and follow a proven blueprint, a simple strategy, and give it time for you to learn how to take those simple steps and make them easy. And then you can adjust that and create a lifestyle pretty much around whatever it is you want.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up time, because for me, that is the one thing, and what you said was exactly the way I feel about time, is that you can't get that back. So you have to maximize the time that you have in order to build this business or lay the foundation for your business, so that later on you can structure your lifestyle to have that time, to utilize the time for what you want to do. And I think that's important for people to understand, is that you've got to put that work in. You've got to build that foundation, and you got to have that solid foundation to build your house on. Because if you don't have that solid foundation to build your house on, your house is not going to stand for very long.
It's just going to crumble.
It's going to crumble.
Yeah. So with that, and being aware of time, we'll go ahead and end this one here, because it's about that 30-minute sort of time spot that I love. 30 minutes.
There it is.
30minutemarketing.net. And with that, I'm Gary. He's Ken. You got anything else to say, Ken?
No, I don't. But we'll catch you guys later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.